Are we witnessing the beginning of World War III? That question no longer sounds like science fiction, because right now, the Middle East is burning, superpowers are moving, and the world is watching in fear. Over the last 2 months, the conflict between Iran, the United States, and Israel has exploded into one of the most dangerous geopolitical crises of the modern era. And the most shocking part? Iran has lost some of the most powerful figures in its entire leadership structure. Yet the country is still standing. According to international reports, Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, was killed in massive joint U.S.-Israeli airstrikes, targeting Tehran earlier this year. For decades, he was the face of Iran's resistance against the West, the most powerful man in the country, a symbol of the Islamic Republic itself. And suddenly, he was gone. But he wasn't the only one. Reports claim that multiple top Iranian military and defense officials were also eliminated in coordinated strikes. Ali Shamkhani, one of Iran's most influential strategic figures, Mohammad Pakpour, Commander-in-Chief of the Revolutionary Guard Corps, Aziz Nasirzadeh, a central figure in Iran's military command, and many more high-ranking officials reportedly died during the attacks. The objective was clear: destroy Iran's leadership, break its command structure, and force the regime into collapse. But something unexpected happened. Iran did not surrender. Instead, the country absorbed the shock and continued fighting. Missiles were launched across the region. The Strait of Hormuz became a global flashpoint. Oil markets panicked. Military bases across the Middle East went on high alert. And suddenly, the entire world began asking the same terrifying question. How far can this go? Because this is no longer just a regional conflict. This is now a battle connected to global power politics, the United States, Israel, Iran. But behind the scenes, Russia is watching, China is calculating. North Korea is observing every move carefully. And history has shown us something dangerous. World wars don't begin overnight. They begin with alliances, retaliation, fear, economic pressure, assassinations, and leaders refusing to back down. Exactly what we are seeing today. The death of Iran's supreme leader sent shockwaves across the Muslim world. In some countries, massive mourning ceremonies were held. In others, protests erupted, and across social media, millions of people began discussing one thing. Is this the moment that changes the world forever? Because if Iran responds with full force, and if the United States responds again, the conflict could spread far beyond the Middle East. Global oil supplies could collapse. Cyber attacks could shut down infrastructure. International trade routes could freeze overnight. And modern warfare is no longer fought only with tanks and fighter jets. Now it includes satellites, AI systems, cyber warfare, economic sanctions, and information control. The scary part is this: nobody truly knows where the red line is anymore. One mistake, one missile, one emotional decision could trigger a chain reaction impossible to stop. Yet despite everything, diplomacy still has a chance. Secret negotiations are reportedly happening behind closed doors. World leaders are trying to prevent total catastrophe. And many governments understand that a global war in 2026 would devastate the entire planet. But the tension continues to rise every single day. And maybe the biggest question is not whether war has started, but whether the world can still stop it before it becomes unstoppable. Because history may already be changing before our eyes. And this time, the consequences could affect every nation on Earth.